Hello everyone and welcome back to another Palworld video. In this video I'll be going over all the ways I've found to get your level up fast. And I do mean fast because when you know specifically what you should be doing to get XP quickly, then you're going to be blasting through your levels multiple times in a single play session. So let's get into it so you can maximize your time. Now first up, I gotta mention this up front or people will ask me about it in the comments. You can actually, in your world settings, manipulate a slider that will dramatically increase your XP gains, so you can dictate whether you want to level up at a normal pace or if you want to gain XP lightning fast. Now mine is set to default. I know a lot of other YouTubers have cranked that baby up so they can level up fast and show you endgame content, and that's completely fine. It's in the game, they can do it, you can do it too, but I really like playing games without those kinds of boosts, finding how to maximize my time and enjoying the grind of it all. Otherwise, I just run out of things to do too quickly, and then I feel like I cheated myself out of a good gaming experience by basically taking an airplane to the finish line of a foot race. So I have not modified that, and you'll see that reflected in the XP gain numbers in the upper left of the screen in this video. Okay, so there are two major ways that you can gain XP in this game super fast. The first one is to start the snowball, that is the capture bonus XP. If you weren't aware, capturing pals grants you a ton of XP. The more you capture, the greater that XP bonus will be. This XP bonus snowballs as you capture more pals, but once you've caught 10 versions of the same pal, that bonus goes away, specifically for that pal. So if you catch an 11th Eikthyr deer, it's basically going to give you nothing for it. So what I recommend doing is starting just at the top of the list on your pal deck, right? Open it up, look at your pal deck, start at the very top, and make your way down. If you see that you don't have 10 of 10 on a pal, then click on its habitat so it will highlight on your map specifically where you need to go to find more of that pal. Then you go there and you just start chucking pal spheres. Even if it's a level 2 pal, you might get 1200 XP for it. At first you're going to be getting like 600 to 700 XP per capture. Then you're quickly going to be getting more and more and more, like 1400 per capture, and then even more beyond that. This is all in just the starting regions too. Now, a few tips for capturing pals efficiently so you're not wasting pal spheres. First, there are ways to increase your effectiveness while capturing. The first one's easy. You collect those little monkey statues that are glowing green around the map. You turn them in at a statue of power to up your capturing success rate. Next, if you throw a pal sphere from behind the pal, you'll get a significant boost to your probability of success on that throw. Also, if the pal is sleeping, you get a bonus on top of that. So low-level pals are easiest captured at night when you just walk up behind them and chuck a great ball at them, you know what I mean. There are other ways of boosting your percentages too as you level up. I mean, you can use the stun baton to electrocute a pal to temporarily paralyze it, boosting your chances at success. So the undeniably fastest way to level up in Palworld is simply to start capturing 10 of each type of pal out there. Just remember to recall your active pal so they don't kill the pal you're trying to capture. Now that's going to fill up your pal box quickly, so make sure you, at your base, you build a condenser and you start tossing all your repeat pals into it to infuse into the pal of that type that has the best passive ability of all the ones you captured. So for example, if you got 10 Eikthyr deer, you pick the one that has the best passive that rolled on it, you say this is the one I want to infuse, and then you're going to start clicking on all the other versions of Eikthyr deer, and I mean, it sounds kind of inhumane. And you'd be correct, it's kind of horrific. It would be like if someone put you in the top of a machine and then tossed 4 other humans that look like you into a tank and connected it to them and sucked all the life and vitality out of them and shoved it into you. You'd be stronger, but you probably wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Now that's neither here nor there. Let's move on to the second major way to farm XP in this game. This one has no limits to it. It doesn't cap out like capturing pals does at 10. The second method is to farm the world bosses. I like to start in the lower left and just start making the rounds. Once you kill or capture a world boss, they'll be on a timer before they reset. It might be 15 minutes, it might be half an hour, it might be a full hour. But if you go in the same order every time, then you can usually just start the loop over from the beginning with no real problems with the timing. The higher your level gets, the more bosses you can add to your rotation. And take PAL spheres with you because capturing them will give you significantly more XP than just killing them outright. It's also a great way to farm valuable resources. So this is a nice early game rotation. Just start down here with Bronze Cherry, who is level 23. You can start taking her on usually around level 19 or 20 with no real problems. Then you've got Sweepa up here at level 11. You've got a level 11 Gum Moss down here. Move north to find Bushy at level 23. Then Azarobi at level 17. There's King Paka at level 23. Up here, when you get strong enough, there's Patalia at level 28. She's friggin' awesome and a huge help around the base. You've got this easy level 15 Pen King down here. A level 11 Chillet close to the starting area. Catris up here at level 23. She's awesome, especially if you're farming leather because she doubles the drops of normal pals. So you can just go on a deer hunting rampage with her. And then you've got this level 17 Grintail up here. So that's 11 world bosses right there that you can start farming for XP. And again, you're going to get a lot more XP if you're capturing them up until you get 10 total captures. Now, a bit of advice. As you're capturing these world bosses, check the passive skills that they drop with. Some passives are great for general combat. Others are great for making them amazing workers at your base. So when you start condensing them, make sure you're empowering the one with the best passive skill to make them even better. These world bosses are really powerful pals and great to have around as long as they don't have terrible passives that only cause debuffs. So there you have it. Those are the top 2 ways to level up fast in Palworld. And as you're leveling up, make sure that you're putting your skill points in the right places. I tend to focus mostly on carry capacity and HP. Like, I just want to have a lot of HP. Sometimes I just take hits I shouldn't take. You know, I'm being lazy or whatever. I don't want to die. So it's good to have HP. It's also really nice to be able to carry a lot of stuff, especially if you're farming ore, you're going on farming runs. And the last place I really like to put my points is in stamina for, you know, swimming, sprinting, all that stuff. I find that stamina is very nice to have extra stamina in your bar. Now, I don't actually recommend farming dungeons. I've seen people recommend this, but they're too big and open. And while you can go in there and catch some pals and kill some humanoid enemies, the XP gains are so much greater when you know exactly where you're going and what you're doing out in the open world. Dungeons are good for farming like certain materials for sure, but for XP specifically, they're not really the play. Thanks so much for tuning into the video today. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, then do me a favor and leave a like on the video, as that's the best free way to support the content here on YouTube and help it reach a wider audience. If you're new to the channel, hey, feel free to subscribe for more Palworld content, as we're getting really close to 300,000 subs on the channel. It's a really cool milestone, and I'm really appreciative to each and every one of you who has hit that sub button so far. Thanks for the support. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.